Right, shalom, shalom. We give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shah, by Shem Makakudash. And, let's just go ahead and get into it. Go to so we in the end, this wicked nation is coming down. We are only the brothers who have understanding have seen it as it is, as these things have been. We've been watching for these things to start coming to pass, and we've been made purified through the words, through the knowledge of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. And we are the Israelites. We are the chosen people of the Most High, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those whose forefathers go back to the Incans, the Mayans, the Aztec, the Native Americans who was killed off this land, and the so-called black Negro man who was taken from Africa, our people was thrusted out of our land that the Most High gave to us. Scripture says in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, that we shall go into Egypt, which is bondage, go into Egypt again with ships. No other nation has came into Babylon with ships and is sold, unto our enemies. That hasn't happened to no other nation. So we are the true Jews. We are the Israelites, We are the true Jews, and we are the Israelites, This is Nahum chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The bloody city. This town was built off blood. This town was built off blood and in wickedness. It says in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12, woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. This place was established in iniquity and builded off blood, right? This town was established in iniquity and builded off blood, right? Numbers chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. So this land is defiled by the blood of the Native Americans, the Mayans, the Aztec, the Inca, The land has been defiled. Every nation that we have been in captivity under, Every nation that we have been in captivity under, our forefathers have died on that land through oppression, And what does the scripture say? Those nations, nations are defiled with blood. The land is defiled with blood. So it says what? And the land cannot be cleansed but by the blood. So like it says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And who shed our blood? The so-called white man. The so-called white man, Middle Eastern man, the men of his confederacy. They have shed our blood, bringing us into captivity, saying let our nation be defiled. Like it says in Micah chapter 4 verse 11. So Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 15, verse 12, it says, woe is him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. And so that's what it's saying in Nahum, full of lies and robbery, right? Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The prey departeth not. Who is the prey? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So how is it that we depart not? How is it that we depart not? Right? This is the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah. Chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, right? A dumb animal knoweth his owner, right? And an ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider. So we don't consider that the same nations that we learn from and that say, hey, you know what? We gotta go to courthouse. Hey, we need more black cops out there. We need more black judges. So you know that this system says what goes around comes around, and that somebody has to answer for the wickedness that they have done. Well, our own people have not considered that this nation that is wrapped around us like a snake, stunning our growth, you know. How y'all doing? Y'all believe in the Bible? Y'all mind if I give me 2 minutes?
Sorry, sir. Have a good night, though.
Just 2 minutes? You see, our people, man, like, you see all our people getting destroyed, killed in the streets, and this is the type of, we say come together, but then they don't even give their own people 2 minutes. They say they believe in the Bible, but they can't talk for 2 seconds. The scriptures say, open thy mouth, judge a righteous cause, you know? But our people, hey, they off, man. Open thy mouth, judge righteously. I just called them out. Our people dying day in and day out, and they can't, and they say they believe in the Bible. They can't talk for 1 second, for 2 minutes. See? That's why our people got an extreme situation. That's why our people got an extreme problem, man. Extreme problem, because they're gonna be asking for help when the so-called white man roll on them and destroy them. But this system has got it is wrapped around us like a snake, stopping us from doing anything together, coming together at all, being self-sufficient. Okay? Stopping us from being self-sufficient, and we still haven't woke up. We still haven't got an understanding on the fact that what? We have not caught on to the fact that, guess what? These nations have a lot to answer for the things that they've done to our people. They have a lot to answer for, but you know what? They say they don't owe you anything. They look past you and be like, yeah, we don't care. They don't care, like I say, they don't care if you're in a suit. They don't care if you sag your pants. They don't care if you doing something honorable, or they don't care if you robbing people. They're gonna hate the so-called black man regardless, man. These nations are built to hate black men. This is what they do. They've been locking us up in prison, and you know what? The scriptures speak on those things. But we have to wake up and have understanding concerning that. We gotta stop sitting up here justifying the wicked for reward. We continuously justifying these evil, wicked devils. The so-called white man is a devil, man. We steady sitting up there justifying their behaviors, man. Justifying the wickedness that they do. Right? Scripture says in Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Right? Our people sit up here and walk past each other. Nah, you have a good night. No, man. You wicked and you evil, man. You don't have righteous judgment. You know? Calling out to our people. They refuse to turn away the shoulder and walk off. Right? They think that their job, that's destroying them, their job, where they really supposed to be the greatest people on the earth, they call that good to have a damn job for their enemies, man. They call that good to, yeah, well, we just gotta be patient and hope for the best. Yeah, they call it good being ignorant. Okay? They call it good. Our people call it good just in their conduct, man. Just so they don't even have to open their mouth. Right? When a woman is wearing, his woman had on what do you call them, yoga pants, right? And he think it's a good thing, man. The dude with her, maybe her husband, her significant other, whatever you want to call it, they think that's a good thing, man. We gotta wake up. It's a lot of things that we have to understand in this system. Get understanding before the end comes, man. Before the decree come forth, man. Scripture says what? Woe unto them that call good evil and evil good, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That's right. Darkness is their light, man. They want to continue in the ways of darkness. Dude got his beard cut off. He wearing the damn mask outside. I mean, how stupid can you be, bro? Like, our people really got to wake up, man. Meanwhile, our enemies are getting ready for a time that's coming up on the earth. They know what's about to happen. That's why they buying up all the guns. That's why they up in there in these CrossFit gyms trying to work out and because they trying to kill black people, man. That's exactly what's happening, man. Our people need to wake up and understand what's happening, what type of days that we're living in, man. But we want to sit up here dancing to the music that they give us, calling it our culture. That's calling good evil and evil good, man. Being sleep. lifting up our voice to laugh, man, in these last days. So that you can fall back and be snared and taken. Thinking that Pastor Porchard gonna have some words of wisdom to deliver you from these curses that's upon you every day. These curses that have existed, okay, upon us since we've been here. And you talking about you saved. Talking about you saved and you still paying taxes on your food that you buy. On your pork that you buy, you paying taxes on it. But you saved. Oh man, us paying tribute does not mean that us paying tribute means that we are not saved. Right? So it says, woe to them that call good evil and evil good, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's right. They think it's a good, sweet, delicate thing to eat pork, oysters, shrimp, crab, lobsters. They think it's a sweet thing to let your woman walk around here dressing like a hoe. They think it's a good thing letting you cutting off your beard. Okay? They think that's a sweet and good thing to pay taxes to your enemies. They think it's a sweet and good thing to be working Monday through Sunday through Saturday. Okay? They think it's a good thing to not have a consciousness of the script of the Most High, not understand that the Most High is for us, not knowing your God, your power. They think it's a good thing, okay? They think it's a good thing to carry on in wickedness in Babylon, man. To continue to be destroyed, right? The scriptures say that the prey departeth not. That's us. That's how we don't depart from this place, man. We don't depart in the mind. Scriptures say, come out of her, my people. Scriptures say, come out of her, my people. So we got to get an understanding. It says, woe to them that are wise in their own eyes, man. Like this dude. He walked by, he wise in his own eyes, man. Okay? He speaks his own words, man. And believes in his own words, right? Believes in his wicked heart. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitfully wicked, it is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? That's right. Your heart is desperately wicked. That's why you're supposed to not speak your own words like Yahushua. You're not supposed to speak your own words like Yahushua did. If we're going to be Christ-like, then that's what we ought to do. Not believe in speaking our own words. Okay? We got to speak the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Like it says in the book of Ezekiel chapter 16. Okay? Let's get that. Ezekiel chapter 16. And 62. It says, and I will establish my covenant with thee, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, that thou mayest remember and be confounded, and never open thy mouth anymore because of thy shame. So we should be ashamed, and we shouldn't open our mouth to try to have any understanding in this, of this wickedness in this world, man. We shouldn't open our mouth to have any understanding above the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay, we need to be quiet and follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and only speak the Most High's words. Right? It says, and never open thy mouth anymore because of thy shame, when I am pacified toward thee for all that thou hast done, saith the Lord. And that's mercy. So all that we have done has led us to this position that we are in. Not to sit up here and speak our own thoughts. Okay? To speak our own thoughts and our own in our own understanding. We shouldn't be speaking our own thoughts and our own understanding. It says, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, and it says that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. So that's why you're supposed to zip it. Keep your mouth shut. Okay? That's why you're supposed to keep your foot when you enter the house of the enter into the house of the Lord. Right? Let's get that. It's so much that our people gotta learn in a short period of time as well. You know, because these times are coming up on the earth really fast, man. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. See, because it's an evil thing to not know judgment. It's an evil thing to not know the judgment of the Lord, right? It's an evil thing not to know the judgment of the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. We have been given the heart to be converted to the Most High by doing what? Turning from our wickedness, turning from Babylon to walk in righteousness, right? Because everything that we do, nothing has delivered us. Nothing has delivered us out of the ways of, out of this destruction that we are in, right? We have not been delivered out of this destruction that we are in. So therefore, we're supposed to seek the Most High and keep our mouth shut, to only speak the words of the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. To only speak the words of the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. It says, let's go ahead and, so with all that destruction that we are getting in Babylon in these last days, the Most High is going to deliver his people, man. He's going to deliver us out of the hands of the wicked, right? There is no place clean here in Babylon, okay? Our women are over us, okay? Our women are over us. We are being destroyed day in and day out, killed in the streets, okay? And we continue to go down that path of wickedness day in and day out, right? But we gotta do the will of the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah until we are delivered out of this place, right? We gotta do the will of the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we gotta wake up in these last days, because our enemy is getting ready to destroy us even more so than before. Okay? Well, we think that we are wise in our own. We think we are wise, but we are continuing to. We doing worse than our forefathers. We doing worse. We doing even more wickedness than our forefathers did. Right? It says in Psalms chapter 110. Salakia. Nah, I'm gonna get that a little later. Jumping too far. So let's go to Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 29. Salakia. Oh, 30 and verse 12. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. You hear that? So it says there is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. And that's our people, man. We pure in our own eyes. We think that when we can sit up here and conform to the world, oh, I forgive my enemies. Oh, I love the so-called white man. Okay? Oh, you know what? The laws is done away with. Okay? We think that we're pure, but we're pure in our own eyes. Our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are pure in their own eyes. They think because they got an Edomite friend, a so-called white friend, okay, that they are pure. Yeah, I got away from all, you know, I got, in other words, it's like, nah, I got away from them niggas, right? If it ain't white, it ain't right. And that's how our people think. That's how our men think, okay? That's how blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans think. They think when they get from around their own people, their own kindred, their own race, they think that they pure. They think that they doing something good, right? They say, hey, you know what? I don't worry about that stuff. They speaking about our oppressions, the curses that's on us. I don't worry about that. I just keep pushing and keep going. What does the scripture say? It says, there is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. That's right. So you filthy right along with Babylon, man. You're filthy right along with Babylon. It says, there's a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. And they think they're pure just like the so-called white man thinks he's pure. But you know what? The scripture says that Yahweh says that these nations are nothing. They are like dust on a balance. Okay? So Yahweh already deems them as nothing. So we're not talking about them. It's our people that are trying to, or the prey that depart not from Babylon, from the understanding of Babylon. They the ones who think that they pure, think that they can just pull away the shoulder. Oh, I'm holier than that, right? It says, there is a generation whose teeth are as swords and their jaw teeth as knives to devour the poor from off the earth and the needy from among men. And that's our people and the so-called white man, chiefly the so-called white man right there, right? So, and we following along with the so-called white man, trying to be like him, justifying his actions, justifying the actions of the so-called white man. Okay? We want to be just like him. You know? Our people want to be likened to the so-called white man. You know? Want to be equal with him. Yeah, you know. I know what you're saying. I know what you... Yeah. We talking like him and stuff, you know? This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person, as Esau. The scripture calls the so-called white man profane and a fornicator, right? It says, who for one morsel of meat sold their birthright. And that's exactly what we doing. We selling our birthright, right? So that we can be like the so-called white man. Right? So we can build in this nation that the Most High said He's gonna destroy it. Right? Most High God said that this nation they're gonna build, but the Lord's gonna throw down. Okay? So yeah, let me get that in verse Proverbs 30 and 12 again. It says, there is a generation that are pure in their own eyes. That's right. You know? And we sitting up there with Babylon. Yeah, you know, hey man, you know, it ain't perfect, but you know, at least we ain't gotta worry too much about different things. You know, it's better than other places. Ah, man, our people are wicked, man. The so-called white man expects so much more from us being in Babylon, man. That's why they raise up prices on us. That's why they raise up our bill. That's why they oppress us in our wages. They do all manner of wicked to us, all manner of wickedness to us, and we sit up there, we love it, man. We don't depart from it, right? It says in Isaiah chapter 65 in verse 2, it says, I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that is not good. You see, you calling good evil and evil good. They walking in a way that's not good, meaning what? They perceiving that, you know what, I'm okay, I'm all right, this is good, man. You know, I might have to work 80 hours a week. I might have to work 80. This is Jake. I might have to work 80 hours a week, but you know what? I'm getting money, man. We got a nice house. You gonna be able to enjoy it. Okay? You can't pass your job down to your children, man. While you working, they taking up all the resources, man. While you working, they putting all manner of policies in place where you can't be self-sufficient, man. In your ignorance, you don't know that economically you are being bound. economically, man. By keeping your job, by retiring, and all this, that, and you don't even understand the beginning of economics, man. But you talk about, you know, it's good, you know, yeah, my wife, she make a little bit more than me, but hey, man, your woman gets strength from Babylon, which puts her over you. Okay? While you working all the day long, your son is becoming a homosexual, or your son is heaping up many burdens upon himself. Okay? And then, you know, he might become a thug. He might become a flaming homosexual, right? He might become disrespectful to to his parents. This is the things that come upon us. This is the way that is not good. It says, I have spread out, this is Isaiah 65 and verse 2. I have spread out my hands all the day long unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that is not good, after their own thoughts. After your own thoughts. And what does the Bible say in Isaiah chapter 55? It says, in Isaiah chapter 55 verse 7, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon him. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, saith the Lord. So that way that you walk in that is not right, the Most High said, that ain't my ways, that ain't my thoughts. It says in verse 9, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. That's right. And if you speak in the thoughts and understanding of the Most High, then guess what? You're going to be thinking above this world, man. You're going to be coming out of this place, man. You're going to be above the thoughts of the wicked, man. So let's go ahead and get Isaiah 65 again. 65 in verse 2. I have spread out my hands all the day long unto rebellious people, which walketh in a way that is not good, after their own thoughts, a people who provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon the altars of bricks, which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me. So that's what you're saying to the Most High, because you're not rejecting us, you're rejecting the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua, thinking yourself to be pure. What the scripture say? It says, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day long. That's right. Saying, oh, I'm holier than you. No, we love the white man. You preaching hate. The law is done away with. All these people who say such things, man, the Most High is going to destroy you, man. You're going to be like a sweet smell in the nose of the Most High when he burn you up in Babylon. Because it's a sweet thing. Revenge is going to be sweet, man. And revenge belongs to the Most High. Right? So he's going to destroy you wicked. He's going to destroy y'all who offend day in and day out. It says in verse 6, behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosom. Even recompense into their bosom. Yeah, you say we preaching hate, the Most High going to destroy you. The Most High going to destroy you. We speaking the words of the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You never even searched the scriptures out to understand understand the truth. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation, but you call yourself pure. You call yourself pure because you love the so-called white man. You call yourself pure because you love those who walk in wickedness and folly. You love those who set up wickedness, okay? You love that, and you say, you love those things, and you say, guess what? I'm pure, right? It's a good thing with Yahweh. So I want to give all praises going on to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom.